How was it growing up here? Because I think for a lot of people, they just think Medina is just a mosque.
لا تعاتب من رحل من كيف نفسه اجعلها خيرة رحية.
Let's talk about Medina, one of the holiest places in Saudi Arabia. Many have heard about it, but not a lot of people actually know what it is. Like, is it called Madinah, Medina? Is it just a mosque? Is it a city? Like, what is it? Now, I didn't just want to find out why it's the second holiest place for Islam. I also wanted to find about life in general there, because as it turns out, it's a huge city. And my friend Jibril took me to this very special and old place to have breakfast.
But you call this the fish market, right?
Yeah, in Arabic it's called something like طباخ market, like with lot of chefs. So in the olden times, you had everything possible here under one rooftop, we could say.
So these stores would open later because some of them are closed?
Yeah.
They're
So there's a
still
market.
sleeping.
It's still sleeping.
Okay, help me out. What are we eating?
So what are we eating? The first one is this. This is the soup, I guess, yeah, for the goat's leg.
Okay.
So it's called magadim.
It was cooked in the goat's leg.
Yeah, yeah. This has intestine,
Okay.
meat.
Everything from the goat.
Yeah, everything probably from the goat.
Okay. So we're eating one goat pretty
One
much.
goat.
And this is my favorite part, the head.
The head.
Now, I'm not joking here. This guy was literally chopping up the goat's head and he was, putting everything in there. The brain, the tongue, just meshing everything in there. And I can't wait for you guys to see my reaction when I ate it. Let's just say I didn't splatter myself with glory.
You could add this to your soup if you like.
I do everything you do. You could tell me the biggest lie, I would still believe you. I would literally copy everything you do.
Good one.
Oh, very good.
How is it?
It's really creamy.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it with the tomato sauce. It gives a good kick.
And the lime. The more lime.
How was it growing up here? Because I think for a lot of people, they just think Medina is just a mosque, but no, it's like a big city.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It's a big city.
And we have been seeing a massive change in the last few years. What you see right now, and you're lucky to be here in the beginning. So you're still getting the real Saudi Arabia. The laws, which were like before 4 years, before opening of tourism and 2030, it was a different Saudi Arabia overall. Completely different.
Now, the pace in which this country is changing is mind-blowing. I mean, a couple of years ago, cinemas weren't allowed, women weren't allowed to drive, there was the religious police, which doesn't really exist anymore, which would just cut off your hair if it would be too long. And well, I would have never had a chance to go there because, I mean, tourists wouldn't have been allowed.
With this change happening, I still feel like when I go to Riyadh and Jeddah, I feel the change is immense. Like even in those 2 years, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Here in Medina, it's still slower.
Yeah, it is. It is slower since the community which lives here for years and years, long time, it takes time for a change.
Yeah.
Especially for the old age people. And same time, Medina is not a metropolitan city like Riyadh, since Riyadh is the capital and Jeddah. So it takes time, but there's a massive change already. But not near the mosque, because again it's a spiritual and a most religious holy city.
Now, when we look at the map of Medina, we very quickly see that the city is built around the Prophet Mosque. And this is the second largest mosque in the world and the second holiest site in Islam. Now, why is Medina so important? So, a quick history lesson. And please keep in mind, I'm not a religious scholar, I'm not a Muslim. I was just an honored visitor who was happy and grateful to be there and learn about everything. Because a couple of years ago, non-Muslims weren't even allowed. So along with Abdul and his friends, we drove around the city to learn about the historic sites. And I can tell you there is so much historical sites there. It's incredible. Like my brain, I don't know, can you still see? It's smoking. Like it's incredible. I still can't comprehend it all.
Medina, what is it?
Medina, Medina.
Okay.
Al-Madina al-Munawwara, the enlightened city. The word Medina itself means city. Yeah. So, Medina Jeddah city, Medina Mecca.
So it's
Mecca city.
It's the city, the original city. And you said so much, I mean, everything started from here.
Yeah, so the beginning of the message basically started in Mecca, but the actual systematic way to deliver the message and actually establish an Islamic state, an Islamic empire, started from Medina.
This is the second most important city place in Islam.
Yes,
right?
Medina, yes.
Because it kind of started here, right? And the Prophet is buried here as well, which is the reason why a lot of people come here.
Yes, to visit the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Okay.
Now, we all heard about the pilgrimage that every Muslim has to do once in his lifetime, the Hajj. But if you're like me, then you didn't really know what it is. The Hajj is a mandatory religious duty for Muslims that must be carried out at least once in their lifetime by all adult Muslims who are physically and financially capable of undertaking the journey. So if you're not able to do it because you don't have the money, you don't have to do it. Hajj is performed over specific days during a designated month, and you do certain rituals like, walking around the Kaaba 7 times. I mean, most of us have seen that. Now, all this takes place in Mecca, which is about 450 kilometers south of Medina. But while a lot of pilgrims are in Saudi Arabia, they opt to go to Medina because there's a fast train connecting the two to, visit Medina, visit the historic sites, and pray in the Prophet's mosque. Because, and I've read and I'm quoting here, prayer equates to 1,000 prayers in other mosques.
The grand finale?
Yeah.
Okay, goat head. Never had, always wanted. What do I do?
So
I'm a bit nervous actually, can you tell? I'm a bit
it's one of the most soft meat possible ever.
Okay.
So you could eat everything possible which is in your plate.
Okay, I eat it the same way, I eat it with a spoon.
Yeah. I think it's much better to go with your hand, so...
Okay, like this.
Yeah.
Very soft. My head is the biggest problem. Because I'm looking at parts of the tongue and I think that's always for the head, it's always a bit weird,
Yeah, of course.
The meat is soft, it's good.
How does it taste like?
You can taste the goat. I find the taste is stronger than the usual meat in a way.
It's salty, I guess, somewhat.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I really struggled. Like, usually I eat everything, but there I really struggled. My mind was just playing tricks on me. I think the problem was just seeing him chop up the brain and everything that just, that didn't do well for my appetite. But I recommend it. I mean, it's really soft. So yeah, go there, eat it, just don't watch the whole process.
I've seen the other side as well. What's the famous street called?
Sultana?
Yeah, Sultana.
Yeah.
Where all the nice places are, right? And you see McDonald's and all these things. And people don't expect it of Medina. I think people think it's just like, it's the mosque and maybe this, but no, there is like this completely other super modern side.
Of course.
Okay, we are in a completely different part of Medina right now. Feels like a different world, like a modern cafe.
There's about 2 million people living in Medina, so it's quite a big city. And there is also a modern part with modern restaurants, modern cafes, malls. And a couple of years ago, women and men still had separate entrances. There was an entrance for just women and families, where they would sit. And then there was an entrance to a different room where the men sit, and they were separated. But all this has changed, even in Medina.
So the section does not exist anymore?
No more. Now if you have to find a section, you will not find it.
Really?
Yeah, it's become that difficult.
Wow, even
That
here in
quick.
Medina. Well, that was really quick, because 2
Real
years
quick.
ago, it was still like that.
And right now the times have come that we sit together and we drink coffee.
Did it become more normal that girls and guys hang out, or is that still...
Metro cities like Jeddah, Riyadh, it's pretty normal, very normal. And the people have accepted, I believe, very quickly. But in Medina, sometimes it's difficult because it's a smaller society in a smaller city.
Yeah.
And everyone knows each other, so it takes time.
Okay.
But yeah, if you work professionally, I mean, it's very much accepted and they're doing a great job.
Okay.
Like especially the women's, like right here in the cafe we are in, if you see, the baristas are the girls who are working there.
Now this mix of modern and tradition religion is everywhere in the city, even right around the mosque.
So I'm eating Kentucky Fried Chicken, which is over there in front of the Holy Mosque. Yeah, kind of surreal in a way.
Is Medina and Mecca, I don't want to say more conservative because it's not the right word, but if I look at Riyadh and Jeddah, there is definitely differences to the city here. That's, I assume, because it has this importance in religion and certain things maybe are more valued here than there, I guess, right?
Yes, because it's spiritual places. I believe that spiritual places are built or are there for its reason. Yes. I don't know why people are mad. Like, we don't have we're not moving fast like Riyadh. We weren't meant to move fast like Riyadh. That's how I see it. So I'm never, for me,
comparing it like this,
mad that things are working well in Medina, because we're here for a specific reason.
We came in here, but they said, okay, wait for 5 minutes to order your coffee. Why?
Because of the prayer, they shut down. And since ages, I mean, since long, it has always been like for the prayer time, they close down.
Now prayer is 5 times a day, and most of the places like restaurants, cafes still stop operation for that.
But recently, there was a law which says you don't need to close anymore. It's your call.
If you're like me, then you knew that Muslims pray, but how does it actually work? So I asked my friend Moya to show me while we were in a different city, in a different mosque.
Rak'a means round. Okay. So what is the round? The round is you make this, then this, then this, then this.
Okay.
This will be 2 times. Okay. Then this is 1 round. Okay. This is 1 round. So every round called Rak'a. Most of the people are asking, why do you following Islam? Why should we being Muslim? So because Islam's prophet, which is Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the final prophet who sent to this globe.
Now, I was so grateful for him to give me his answer, and to openly talk with me about it in front of the camera. So I just, please be respectful regarding this.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Welcome, by the way, sorry for this.
No, thank you so much for sharing.
That was
and
pretty
also thank you to them that they have me here. It's an honor and it's really nice.
What is Medina and its people known for? What are they famous for?
Definitely, I think it's hospitality. I mean, Medina is the place. Like, I've been traveling around the world, or in Saudi Arabia itself, if you compare, Medina is a place of peace, place of hospitality, calm people, relaxed people.
Okay, I love it. I mean, and you can tell by us walking around here, people are just so kind and nice. Show us like everything, and take a picture. And I remember the first time I was here, I was walking the streets from my hotel to the mosque, and this guy stops with his car, and he's just like saying something in Arabic. I'm like, I don't speak, I'm sorry. He's like, oh, come. Where? I'm like, a mosque. Yeah. And I was like, is he gonna kidnap me? Like, what's going on? Like, no. And he I'm like, okay, whatever, like, just gave me a ride.
Is that common in Germany?
In Germany, people would flick you off because you're walking on the road. Like, get off the road! So,
of course,
it blew my mind.
You said he's giving it for free, right?
Yes.
Why?
بيسأل ليش بتقدمون مجانا. For God.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Mashallah.
If you ask someone, please can you tell me where is this place, where is this restaurant?
Yeah.
They wouldn't tell you the place. You know what would they do?
They will bring you, huh?
They would take you all the way there.
No.
Even if you have your car,
Yeah.
okay, they will say, just follow me.
No, and they would drive
I
you.
don't want to follow you. They would just follow me. I would take you till there. And they would say, oh, this is the place.
Wow.
Yeah, they give us
People
this
are-
as well.
People are so nice here, really.
Yeah.
People are so nice.
A
It's
free coffee, a free offer of iced tea.
they don't do this because they expect something. People are just that's the way people are, right? You just smile to me. It's like, of course. For me, it's always like I'm blown away by this. You know? Is it because I'm a foreigner? Is it because
No.
like
Usually here, I mean, the hospitality is that high.
yeah?
I mean, for everything. For everything. There are a lot of incidents like I could just keep telling you and it's never ending.
Medina is difficult to describe. I really have never been to a place like that where on the one hand you have this highly religious spiritual place with a mosque, you have this very old city with its old downtown and all the history, and then you have the modern malls where we went to drink coffee.
It's not clubbing, it's you from cafe to cafe hopping, you know?
Okay, you go from one to
One to one.
And play pool and bowling, like men and women all together, of course, while Snoop Dogg was playing. But what really stood out for me was how people treated and greeted me. I'm even rhyming right now. But no, jokes aside, like I've never been to a place where people have been this hospitable. Not because they expected something, but just because they wanted to.
These guys refuse to take the money.
No.
Wallahi. He says it's just you're the guest here, so it's from his side.
This guy.
No, the one next to us.
Wow, that's
The one we got the head, the goat.